The enlightened ones live in the living present while they are dead to the dead past and dead to the unborn present. That means they live here and now. It is said in Buddha's language, living here and now, as Ehipassiko and Sanditiko. Ehipassiko literally, verbally means seeing here. That means living here. It is mentally aware of the present place where we are living. Living here, and Sanditiko, living now. That means they do not think of the dead past or the unborn future. One day it is reported in the Tripitaka, a deity living in a jungle asked the Buddha why his disciples living in that jungle are radiant in their complexion. Their body is radiating with pleasantness and beauty. How can they maintain a radiant body while they have only a meager meal a day, one meal a day, a poor meal a day? Then Buddha said, with regard to his disciples, Atitan nānu sochanti, nappa jappa manāgatam, paccuppanene yapenti, tena vanno pasidati. Atitan nānu sochanti. They do not repent of the past. That means they don't think of the past. They are not influenced by the prejudices of the past, unprejudiced by the past, but realistic in the present and not dreaming of an unborn future. Nappa jappa manāgatam means not dreaming the unborn future. Tena vanno pasidati. Therefore, Buddha said they have a radiant complexion. Their body does not get burned by unnecessary thinking of the dead past and the dead unborn future. The unenlightened one, on the other hand, are dead to the living present because they are living either in the past or in the future. When they experience something in the present, immediately their mind goes back to the dead past or to the unborn future. In fact, for one to understand something or recognize something, one needs the past memories. Even a Buddha used the past memories to recognize different persons and different places and different things. He knows these Reverend Ananda, these Reverend Sariputta, these Reverends are Moggallana, but that awareness is different from our awareness. They are not prejudiced by the past memories. When you look at the young Reverend Rahula, his own son, during his lay life, he doesn't get attached to Reverend Rahula as my son. No, does he resent or hate his worst enemy called Reverend Devadatta, who was in lay life his brother-in-law. He lives only in the present moment taking things as they are, and that is called Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dassana. Accept, seeing things as they are. Not only seeing things, Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dassana, they can accept things as they are. Yatha Labha Santutti. That is, being content with things as they are. That is the nature of an enlightened mind. And very important factor in enlightenment means detachment from all attachments. That is why Nirvana is reported as Tanhakaya. That is, Tanhakaya means cessation of all attachment. In fact, we get our all attachments cease at our death. Detachment from all what we attach to. That means when we die, we had to leave everything that we attach to. Wife or husband or son or daughter, mother or father, country or nationality, or racial tradition, their traditions, religions, whatever that we are attached to, we have to leave at our death. In that case, enlightenment seems to be dying to all attachments. Dying to all attachments, getting detached, mentally detached from what one is attached to. But that does not prevent using anything that you are confronted with and enjoying anything that you are confronted with. They can enjoy food, they can enjoy the sceneries, they can enjoy music or whatever they can enjoy, because their sensory organs can enjoy all sense objects without getting attached. That is why Buddha in the Drona Sutta declared to a Brahmin that he lives like a lotus. That is why he is called a Buddha, because I live like a lotus above the muddy water. That lotus is born in the muddy water and it grows up in the muddy water and it gets sustenance from the muddy water, but it is blossomed above the muddy water, uncontaminated by the muddy water. And Buddha says similarly, I live in this society, I was brought up in this society, I grew up in this society, I am being sustained by this society, I live in the society like lotus above the society, unattached to the society, uncontaminated by the society. Society is there as if it is dead, is not attached to it. When you are dead and gone, as I mentioned earlier, we have to leave everything. Similarly, after enlightenment, one leaves everything from his mind that mind is attached to. And that is called the state of mind. That state of mind is called vitaragi, free from attachment. Not only from attachment, but also for resentment. We get attached to things that are here, we resent things that are here. Not only things here, but what we remember in the past and also what we imagine to be in the future. We have certain resentments and attachment based on our past experiences. And we too have attachments and resentment based on our imaginations of the unborn future. For example, a young person, maybe a girl or a boy, not yet married, and he or she has a dream of the future wife or husband. And in that there's a choice. Certain wives and husbands they like, and certain other types they dislike. And all those likes and dislikes are based on past experiences. Therefore, the unenlightened mind lives not only in the present moment, but also in the dead past and the unborn future, as I mentioned earlier. The American poet called Henry Wordsworth Longfellow, shortly he's called W. Longfellow, he wrote a very well poem called Psalm of Life, where he says, "Think not of future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within and God overhead." That means, think not of future, however pleasant. Don't dream of the unborn future. Because they may come true or they may not come true. Let the dead past bury its dead. The past is dead, and let it die and bury it. That means don't think of the past. Act in the living present. Do things that we are to do at the present moment. Heart within, a good-heartedness, willingness, alertness, interest in the present moment, and live in the present moment without mentally being dragged into the dead past or the unborn future. That is the way to be happy and gay. In a poem which I learned in my childhood, it says, "Work while you work, play while you play. That is the way to be happy and gay." It shows live in the present moment. When you are working, work with full attention on the work you do. When you play or when you relax, play or relax with full attention on playing or relaxing. That means living in the present moment is a very good lesson taught by English poetry. And there's another poem I have learned in my childhood where it says, "One thing at a time, and that done well, is a very good rule that many can tell." One thing at a time. That means when you are, and that done well, when you are doing something, have full attention on it and do it well. Attention means nothing but love, kindness, joy, equanimity, metta, karuna, mudita, upekka. Be happy with what you do, one thing at a time, and that done well, do it with full earnestness, do it correctly, do it wholeheartedly, and that done well. It's a very good rule, as many can tell. Not only a Buddha, anybody wise, as I mentioned, these poems in poem, can see how we should live in the present world. But that does not mean that we should not learn the lessons we have learned in the past, and that we should not have a plan for our future work. In a worldly sense, we all have to use our knowledge that we have acquired in the past. And we have to project our knowledge of the past and the present in the future to make it a better future, with a future plan. That is in the worldly sense. I am speaking in the spiritual sense. In the spiritually, you can't be blissful if you are attached to something. Because attachment always leads to pain of mind. One reason is the attachment itself may get diminished. Now we are not attached to what we were attached to in our babyhood or childhood or youth. Attachment also disappears. They come and they go like clouds, they pass away. Another thing, the thing that we get attached to also get transformed, get changed. Nothing can retain the same pleasantness throughout. Before marriage, when you are loving, the girl or your boy may be very beautiful and handsome. But they too grow old. They too become ugly. They too become sick. They too become weak. They too become dead bodies. And that is the real nature of the world. The wise people, we can call them enlightened, not fully enlightened. The opening up of the wisdom is a sort of enlightenment. They see things as they really are, what is going on in this particular world. And they lead a relaxed life without tension. That means without attachment to things, without much expectations and without much prejudices, accepting things as they are and seeing things as they are, that is, as I mentioned earlier, Yatha Bhuta Jnana Darsana, and accepting things as they are, Yatha Labha Samskriti, with contentment. That is for the spiritual development. The enlightened are at the highest peak of spiritual development. They have no more attachment, no more resentment, no more inattentive. They are alert throughout. That is why they are called Jagryanus Yoga. They never sleep. That means their mind is fully alert. They are never tired of being alert. Why they are not tired of being alert? They have neither attachment nor resentment. Attachment leads to thinking, so is the resentment. That also leads to thinking. There are no thoughts when there is thought formation, when there is neither attachment nor resentment, neither likes nor dislikes. We think of things that we like or that we dislike. We think of things that we like to maintain it in the same way, or if you like something in imagination, to get it. We have desire, attachment and desire. Attachment to think that is there at the moment, and desiring something that we imagine to be very good for attachment. We imagine it to be pleasant. Similarly, in the present moment, we must resent certain things that are unwholesome, unpleasant, unhelpful to us, unsuitable for us. That is the practical life. But the enlightened ones, called Arahants, Buddhas and Pacceka Buddhas, they are called enlightened ones. They have no attachment, no resentment, no inattentiveness. Attachment is called raga, resentment is called dosa, inattentiveness or unawareness is called moha. They live fully alert to the present moment. They accept things as they are without getting attached or resenting with our future expectations based on past memories. That means the attitude to things and beings are realistic. That is why Buddha's teaching can be called a realism. Not a religion, but a realism. Accepting things as they really are. And also seeing things as they really are. The Buddhist technique of enlightenment is facing reality as it is, without attachment and resentment, and without inattentiveness. That is the path to enlightenment, and that is the state of mind after enlightenment. That mind, during the path, there is no attachment, no resentment, no inattentiveness. After enlightenment, in their mind there is no attachment, no resentment, no inattentiveness. That mind is fully awakened, alert. That is why they are called Buddhas. There can be a Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, or Savaka Buddha. Buddha means awakened one. Awakened means they are not asleep. They are fully alert, they know things as they are, but they are not resenting or getting attached to things. Therefore, the mind is fully relaxed. The mind does not get heated. That is why it is said, Puttasa loka dhamme chittan yasana kampati. Their mind does not get disturbed by worldly experiences. They know this is the world nature and they face it as it is. They can live so because mentally they live in this world, but they are dead to this world, as I mentioned earlier. Dead means they are living, but mental dead means mentally they are not attached to anything or any being in this world. They are not attached to anything of the past or the present or the future, because they have got the realization the entire world and as well as everything in it is impermanent. They are born to decay and die. Then the realization that the first disciple of the Buddha, after listening to Buddha's first discourse called Dhammacakkappavattana, got, according to Buddha's report, in the same sutta or same discourse. Buddha said, the reverend ascetic Kondanya, in him there arose the Dhammacakku, the eye that can see the Dhamma. Here Dhamma is used for the mental images, mental formations. They are Dhamma, the objects of the mind. In fact, we can experience nothing other than the objects of our mind. We don't see the objects of our eye completely, because eye is very weak and partial in its capacity of it doesn't have the full capacity to see things as they are. The ear does not have the full capacity to hear all sounds as they are. So I smell. We have some limited experiences, and this limited experiences are reported to our brain, and we recognize them and we form mental images. That's called our thought forms. Thought forms are born in us to die then and there. Yankinja samadaya dhamman sabbantan nirodhanti. That is what Buddha said with regard to Reverend Kondanya, who realized the nature of the mind. After realization that there's nothing that we experience other than our mental formations. You don't get attached to anything or resent anything or ignore anything. Even Buddha in his Rohita Sutta says, our entire world is in our physical body, that means our mind. We can experience only what our mind can form. And those formations are mental images, are illusions. They are not actual realities. They are realities, but not the actual realities. That is enlightenment, realization that all our mental images are illusions, dreams. We are not attached to them. That means mentally we die to all mental images. We know they are realities, but not actual realities. That means our mind is dead to the past, to the present, and the future, which is nothing but mental images that are formed in our mind. In that sense, we can say enlightenment means nothing but being dead, and enlightened are living dead in that sense. We too can see that actual reality of this world and live dead, that means not attached to. At death, as I mentioned earlier, we have to leave everything that we have got attached to. And we can come to that detachment even before death, realizing the actual reality of the worldly nature. And that is enlightenment that we can achieve here and now.